Charles III will be officially crowned king next month, in a solemn religious service 8 months after the death of his mother Queen Elizabeth II. The set-piece coronation at Westminster Abbey on May 6 is the first in Britain in 70 years, and only the second in history to be televised. Charles will be the 40th reigning monarch to be crowned at the Central London Church since King William I in 1066. Outside the UK, he is also king of 14 other Commonwealth countries, including Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. Camilla, his second wife, will be crowned queen. For the royals, the occasion described by the government as a new chapter in our magnificent national story is a cause for celebration. There are commemorative coins and chinaware as well as a special recipe coronation quiche and a series of celebratory events throughout the weekend. But with 2 weeks to go, there has been grumbling about the cost and signs of public apathy, as well as plans for Republican protests. The ceremony itself, expected to be about an hour long, sees the crown jewels and the coronation chair take center stage at the Abbey. The jewels are normally kept under lock and key at the Tower of London, while the chair has been used at every coronation ceremony since 1308. Despite the ancient rituals of blessing a monarch with consecrated holy oil, there will be some nods to modernity. Charles and Camilla's grandchildren will take part in the ceremony, watched by more than 2,000 invited dignitaries, a quarter of those in attendance in 1953. Among them will be Charles's younger son, Prince Harry, despite his stinging criticisms of royal life since moving to California 3 years ago. The newly crowned king and queen's processional route back to the palace, accompanied by some 4,000 British and Commonwealth troops, has been much shortened. The display of gilded coaches, liveried troops and sparkling jewels comes at a tricky time in the UK, as many Britons struggle with rising prices due to high inflation. Unsurprisingly, there has been some pushback at the cost. One survey this week suggested 51% believed that taxpayers should not foot the bill. Elizabeth's coronation in 1953 cost £912,000, equivalent to £20.5 million, $25.5 million. Now, the most expensive was of Charles's grandfather, George VI, in 1937. It cost £454,000, or £24.8 million in today's money. Senior Government Minister Oliver Dowden has promised there will not be lavishness or excess, but he added, "It is a marvelous moment in our history and people would not want a dar scrimping and scraping." One survey this month indicated that while many were happy to have a long weekend, just over a third, 35%, of people do not care very much about the coronation. Just under a third, 29%, said they do not care at all. With apathy greatest among younger age groups, younger people are also more likely to want an elected head of state, and the Republicans have seized on the coronation to get their point across. The campaign group Republic is planning protests on Coronation Day, with supporters in t-shirts proclaiming "Not My King." The coronation is a celebration of hereditary power and privilege. It has no place in a modern society, said Republic Chief Executive Graham Smith. Republican sentiment is also bubbling in the Commonwealth realms, notably in the Caribbean, promising to diminish the British royal family's global reach even further.